Welcome to No Man's Land, where all the hearts are black, the hordes are massive, but luckily today we have some cannon fodder.
Oh, Feral Joe!
Oh, f*** my life!
I know what you're thinking, didn't the numpties die at the end of an episode a few months ago? As I leg it back to base, leaving the numpties to endure the perils of No Man's Land alone. I thought so too, until this happened.
Right, so I think what we're going to do today, we got 3 play carts down this way. Well, we've got Hostile Enclave, weirdly, but they'll probably be dead by the time we get there. Don't worry about them. I think probably down this way, deal with these two, and then that one as well, because ultimately we should be... Hello?
Fucking Jesus!
Joe?
I need an EpiPen!
Joe! What the fuck?
I've got diabetes, mate. I've got diabetes. I'm
Dude,
fucking dying.
I thought you were
Oh,
dead.
I need a fucking donut or something. Jesus Christ.
Come on in, son. Come on in. Fucking take a poo. Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
thanks, mate. Cheers, pal.
Yeah. Bloody hell.
Fuck.
I thought you were dead.
Oh, mate, I've seen some shit out there. Some zombie tried to give me a fucking striptease, and I kept saying no, no, no. But then they just kept going... And I was like, whoa, get the dick out your mouth. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, jeez, I'm out of here.
Bloody
I
hell.
came running back, trying to find myself a donut on the way here, because you know what I mean, sugar levels and all that, keeps the spirits high. And there's fuck all out there.
Get that in you. That'll sort you out.
Cheers, mate, thanks.
Yeah, no worries.
Woo!
Seeing as my introduction was so rudely interrupted, let's do this again. There's 3 plague carts in this area, and through the power of friendship, and a copious amount of ammunition and incendiaries, get them all dead as fuck. For once Jeffrey arms up rather conservatively, then Joe and I can make our way there in our military truck. We make the 1300 meter journey with no issues, however the plague cart is right next to an infestation, which means our first quest is to eliminate a crackhead that wants to feast on our cheeks. Well, with that ticked off, it's time to get chopping. I can then teach Joe the way of the blade. But not in an incel sort of way. We're definitely the cool guys in this situation. The only animated tits I've ever seen was narrated by David Attenborough. With all the Zeds now resembling slugs, I can sneak into where the heart is dwelling and start beating that tanky sack. That is until a feral interrupts proceedings. I lead it outside where I can deal with it simple enough, but while I'm dealing with its friends that were attracted by the gunshots, Joe gets a nasty surprise.
Oh, Feral Joe!
Oh, fuck my life!
I got you, bro. I got you. Got him. He's dead.
Shit.
The gunshots might have attracted a few more, though.
While I continue to remove more legs than a half-price carnival ride, Joe heads inside to take on the plague cart. When I finish my dismemberment spree, I head inside and realise he's hit in the heart with a bloody hatchet. Don't get me wrong, the thought and the work ethic is amazing, but using a hatchet on a black heart is about as effective as using a condom when she's already in labour. Thankfully, me and my heavy mallet can get the heart over the line. 3 more Zeds must lose their ability to walk while the gases dissipate, but with none of the undead able to reach the door handles, we complete the second phase before taking a small break to enjoy the view.
Oh, you're playing with fire and I love it. I love it.
Come on.
Go on, no balls. Now close. There he goes.
And from there, the final phase goes by just as easily. I collect the loot, but then we gotta shoot, as Joe's earlier interaction with a feral has left him in dire need of medical treatment. We make our way to my food outpost on the east side of Miga, where I make the decision to upgrade my ammo outpost to level 3 as our supplies are getting a little short, whilst also crafting some more in our workshop. Okay, time for another plan. I need to get this play cart dead, but we're really gonna struggle with a level 3 infestation next door. 2 crackheads and a fat fuck might be your definition of a good time, but I'm more of a beer and a takeaway kind of guy. So this time it's Joe at the wheel. I'm gonna do an undead drive-by of sorts while he keeps the car moving. On foot, I run in, worried about what sort of disaster I'm about to walk into. Nice of the Juggernaut to be playing peekaboo, by the way. I kick in the door and all 3 screamers are stood there waiting. I drop a molly which ignites the 2 behind, but I have to fight the screamer's call before I can headshot the front man.
Boom. Done.
Oh, okay. Fucking hell, that was quick.
Yeah, what can I say? I'm a quick boy.
Apologies to my wife for that one. I head towards the main road to meet Joe, but he's gone around the other side of the warehouse. I manage to evade the thousands of hungry fingers, only to realise Joe is now being pursued by 2 plague ferals. But at least he's in a car and can outrun them. Guess who they tried to latch onto next?
Oh, energy drink time. Need to.
Why have you gone that way?
Why? Because I'm chasing the fucking ferals, man.
Right, I'm on my way.
Headshot now!
Oh, you're not gonna believe this.
Oh, let me guess. What?
Fuck!
Is the car fucked?
Yeah, kind of.
Luckily, the car was only stuck on a rock, so Joe can use the radio stack command to get out, which teleports him right next to me. With the infestation dealt with, we can now leave the hordes to wander off on their own before returning later to deal with the placard. So for now, we head to the third of the area, which just so happens to be in a barn, and Joe knows exactly how to handle this one.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing, bitch. Kind of.
Oh my
No, I
god.
don't know how to do this.
Just get the zombie. Just get the zombie off us. Get the zombie off us. Go.
Get up.
Okay, oh my god. Oh my god. Okay.
It wanted me out. Get.
There we go. Just get out the car.
We make it outside into the open, and I put Joe on a secret mission. Distract all of the undead.
Oh, lovely. I'm a great distraction. Come on, bitches.
That allows me to slip in and reposition the car, which as you can see goes brilliantly. Joe also makes it inside to safety, but if you think this heart's death is a formality, think again.
Run, 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 run. Joe, get out the way. Oh, Jesus.
I'm a part.
Yeah.
I ran out of stamp.
I also take a second to appreciate how moronic the undead are.
Oh, yeah, look at all these morons.
God,
They can't figure
look at
out
that.
they're like one step away from a free meal.
With no more issues, we can get the heart dead, collect the loot, and then it's time to escape.
Go, hold on to your hats. Woohoo.
I don't think I'm wearing one.
Well, if you're not wearing a hat, try holding onto your helmet instead, if you know what I mean. We again retreat to the food outpost to unload and collect our thoughts. Then once the truck has been refueled and repaired, thanks to Joe's lack of cohesion, I swap to our leader Stuart to finish off the final heart in the south.
Fucking easy. It was smashing this.
Easy, easy.
Thankfully, the Juggernaut is no longer present when we arrive back in the area, and while I get to chopping legs, Joe distracts on a shipping container nearby. That means I can quietly and effectively take down the first phase.
In my head, right, I think that dropping a molly burns up the gases quicker. I'm pretty certain it doesn't, as you can see, the gases are still there, but in my head.
With that more spawn in, and I can take down a screamer with some sexy cinematography, cut off another leg or three, before realising my sidearm is also powerful enough to remove limbs. And with Joe helping with the distraction, it's not long before we can complete the second phase.
There is another horde of 20 zombies coming, just to let you know.
No, that's good. We'll be long gone by the time that happens.
And to be fair, Joe does a pretty decent job of trying to distract them, but when they're banging on my back door, it's time to whip out the Molotov. I continue my assault, but this time it's the front door that needs some attention. But gratefully, that was enough to delay the incoming horde so I can defeat the heart, collect the loot, and Joe and I can escape together.
It's like Jesus went, you know what, let's put two gods of a video game together. That was very almost poor timing of what I was about to say.
That would have been so poor timing.
We pay another visit to my outpost, but next up we need to deal with some invaders. I don't know how, but having outlaws in the town will make me more clumsy and increase inflation. Although before we try to take down an unknown amount of big bad hostiles, we should probably warm up with a smaller group, right? Well, these guys are actually in desperate need of our help as they're being sieged by the undead, but they don't seem to have their priorities in order as they immediately try to kill me on arrival, which turns out not to be great for their longevity. And once you kill one, you've obviously got to kill them all to prevent any kind of retaliation. As Mike Hermantraut would say, no half measures. And as hostiles can often have useful items on them, I want to loot their corpses, so herd the undead into one area before dropping a molly to clear the majority. Although there is now also a feral, and to try and take it out silently so we have more time to loot, I try luring it onto me so I can take it out with the door, but that feral only has eyes for one man. Luckily, I can save him by stunning the feral with my sidearm before using my knife to finish the job. I can then get to looting, but other than some stimulants and some mediocre weapons, we leave empty-handed. The outlaws are located somewhere in the northwest, so as we're driving past, we stop at base to unload and lick our wounds. I'm also bringing along a little something special as the Geneva Convention's expired when the undead rose and started to eat the living. So with that, it's time to implicate Joe into all of my future war crimes. If we're ever court-martialed, I'll simply weep like a little bitch and tell everyone it was his idea. On the way, we come across a supply drop that's alerting the undead nearby. I can quickly grab the useful shit and make an escape with Joe stood safely on the roof of the car. If you're aiming, you can't get knocked off so easily.
Oh, fuck. Please do not make me go flying.
I'm gonna do my best.
With him back in the vehicle, we make our way towards the outlaws, and on this occasion at least it seems like there's only 3 of them. Well, this is gonna be a bloody cakewalk. Pretty quickly we realise one of them has a gas launcher, so we probably shouldn't walk in there all guns blazing. Instead, with one of them already dead, I climb onto the car using the caravan as cover, leading them both into the open where a single bloater grenade can finish the job. Hopefully nobody lights a cigarette, otherwise it's lights out for the team.
Right, one's dead.
I got it.
2's dead.
With that, it's time for another burning strat before I'm able to collect the gas launcher. And seeing as one of our old cars are here from previously, it makes sense that Joe drives one while I take the other.
I mean, seeing as this is going so well, do you want to race?
Yeah, hang on. Okay, go.
Oh, you son of a bitch! I was putting a waypoint on!
It's a hard-fought contest on a nearly straight road, with two nearly identical vehicles making the entire thing nearly pointless. That is until Joe misses his turn in, and I can sneak in for the cheeky victory.
Yeah, baby. Oh man, that was some exhilarating driving.
After unloading, Stuart heads off solo to clear a few siege sites that have built up in our absence. I spend 2,000 of my 3,000 influence on upgrading one of my food outposts, then start converting ethanol into whiskey. With that done, it's time to head back on the road as Heather of the Selective Scavengers has a small request. And as we've really grown close to the community over the past few days or weeks, it only feels right to help them out once again. They really helped us out last time with those cheap food supplies. I speak to Heather and she's like, all 7 of us are actually pretty lonely. If you happen to meet anyone looking for a place to stay, any chance you could bring him to us? I'm like, of course I can, and I think I might know exactly where someone could be. But it's going to be a dangerous mission to save him stuck between 2 plague carts, so I've got to make sure Joe is up for the job.
So we're gonna have to be like quite quiet. You reckon we can handle
Ninjas.
that?
Yeah, hang on. I know just what to do. Give me a second.
After the quickest of quick changes, we make our way there, to Sud's City Laundry. To make things worse, as well as a copious amount of plague arts, we also have an infestation to play around. We take refuge on a shipping container to come up with a plan, but the best plan we can come up with is for me to rush solo while Joe distracts from safety. Although this being no man's land, we do have to do a bit of cleaning up before asking the bloke if he wants to come with me. He does, which is great news, despite him running away from me. Me and Max make our escape in the pickup, sadly leaving Joe behind in the process. Nah, just kidding, the tether system kicks in and brings Joe to us safely. We drop Max off and you'll be glad to know he's very happy safe at his new community. We then head home to arm up as we have a pretty serious issue on the horizon. An out for blood curveball causing anarchy surrounding all of our remaining plague arts. To continue, we must eliminate the heart causing the mutation. We take over as Rotsack, who arms up appropriately. As the last time we had this curveball, it was disaster after disaster. But this time, I've got Joe. We have brought both our vehicles with us to the assault in the hope we can block off the door, allowing us for an easy victory. Sadly, this warehouse has 3 entrances, and a level 2 infestation next door. That means both juggernauts and crackheads to worry about. Still, I tell Joe to use his pickup to block an entrance while I do the same. But it's fair to say things don't get off to the best start, as apparently we now have super strength ferals. Luckily, with me at the wheel, I can keep everybody safe. Except you. You can fuck off. With 2 cars blocking the entrances and Joe distracting a feral in a field, I'm safe to run through the only other entrance and start my assault. I toss a flare next to the heart, then follow up with 4 bloater grenades, which completes the phase. Well, I might as well drop my final 2, which not only lightens me up, but if my math serves me correctly, puts us halfway between the second phase. I then take a second to save Joe in that field from that crackhead, before heading back inside to start beating the heart some more.
Oh, that's not good.
The car is spontaneously combusted, which means a juggernaut is likely using it as a plaything. And guess who didn't bring a toolkit?
I got the juggy on me, so I'm gonna lure him away.
While Joe does that, I lead the undead out of the warehouse, close the door behind me and complete the second phase. Then it's time to try and lure away the copious amounts of the undead with our last remaining vehicle. It was also a good opportunity for Joe and I to regroup. When we move back into position, the hordes haven't moved an inch, wasting all of our time, but at least now I can properly seal up both the back doors. And this time when I head back in, I've got Joe to defend the only entrance, which means I can take it down without any more of the undead interrupting me. We can then loot and escape, marking a monumental victory. We started this series with 72 black hearts, now only 13 remain, admittedly most of which are now all awake because of our actions, so it's not going to be easy going forward, but we shall succeed. We shall defeat the Blood Plague, and your Cleaning Up the Nation team will cement themselves in victory. Make sure to tune in the same time next week for the final ever episode in No Man's Land.